Howdy, 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 and welcome to Thriving in the Transition, the podcast. Folks, Season 3, Episode 1. So, honest, show of hands right now, who else thought that we would not be back? I'm not gonna lie, for a couple months, I was right there with you. But, we're here, we're back. And I blame it all on 2021, y'all. Right? It's been a hell of a year. 2022 is a brand new one, and we're back. I'm humbled and blessed to be able to bring this podcast to you and to be part of your lives. Your feedback, your encouragement, your connection makes it all worthwhile. Still, doing this and connecting with you is truly amazing. It's absolutely inspirational for me, and I truly hope that you feel the same. So, yay me, yay you, and yay us. But this is where I need your help. It's our partnership that's really going to make this thing happen, that's really going to take this thing to the next level. So, give us that 5-star rating. Follow us, subscribe, add positive comments, like us, or give us a thumbs up. What I'm ultimately saying is that you should connect and engage with us. This podcast is available anywhere you listen to podcasts, right? That's the beauty of coming back for Season 3. Simply search for us wherever you listen to great podcasts. We strive to be among that list of those great podcasts that you listen to, rely upon, and ultimately find useful. Why am I doing this? That's a hell of a question, ain't it? I've asked this question every episode for 2 full seasons, 20 episodes per season. Coming back for Season 3 absolutely forced me to really put some thought into it. Not just a tagline, not just something that I put in a script. And the more I thought about it, the more I discovered my answer hasn't changed that much. The reality is here, I'm not done. I've got work to do. I've got lives to change. I've got people to help and inspire. And I need people to know that they aren't alone and that there's a community out there for them, whatever it is that they need. And this thing that we built, Thriving in the Transition, the podcast, is how we do it. Well, at least part of how we do it. Ultimately, my continued answer is that, yeah, I'm doing this because I wanted to create a platform and that community where I could share my thoughts, my stories, and my experiences with the sole purpose of connecting with and helping others. And that hasn't changed whatsoever. I'm also doing this for me. Let's be honest. This is an outlet where I can be my authentic, goofy, silly, arrogant at times self. You ever have a feeling that you were put on this earth for something more? Yeah, me too. And I want to be that pebble that creates ripples in the waters of life. Simply stated, I want to change the world, and I want you to be a part of the Thriving in the Transition movement. And I still want to practice what I preach. So I'm putting my money where my mouth is. I absolutely believe that part of my purpose in this life is to connect with others and bring folks together. That's my superpower, right? If we've got a superpower, flying would be cool, being invisible would be awesome, but too many of us are invisible. I want to bring visibility to those that feel that we are invisible or powerless. I want to highlight and exemplify the fact that we've got more in common than we do in difference. Now, more than ever, yeah, those differences are easier to see, they're easier to identify, but discovering and appreciating the commonalities, that's much more fun and exciting. So yeah, that's partly why I'm doing this. The other part here, or the rest of the story, as to why I'm doing this is to create a forum for those slightly enigmatic, charismatic, and inspirational folks among us. So if you've listened whatsoever the past 2 seasons, you know I've got those people in spades. They're all over the place. You know those people too, but guess what? You might not realize it unless you have a conversation with them. That's why this forum is so important. I want to share their stories about thriving in and during times of transition. The theory, it goes something like, when other people hear other people succeed, it gives anyone that may be struggling the motivation or encouragement to continue in their own respective transitions and thrive. So, we're going to embark on this third season together. I've got to tell you that I've changed a couple things. They're minor. You're going to notice a shortened and more concise format. You're going to notice a lot more potential to put into action the things that I share, right? While I love to wax poetic, I've done that in the introduction already, right? I'm already 2 minutes over where I want it to be, but that doesn't matter because that's going to change just slightly. Waxing poetic isn't always the most helpful thing for people. They want the information that they need to move forward, and that's kind of the shift here. Now, waxing poetic, it's entertaining, right? And I don't want to change that. I want to entertain, but I want to be as much help as I am entertainment. So, to that point, I'm kicking off season 3 with a topic that's near and dear to my heart. In this crazy, crazy, brave new world, we oftentimes forget who we are, why we were put here. We get distracted. We can be forced back into our comfort zones, or maybe even given that I put so much emphasis on choice, we retreat back into our comfort zones. We get scared. We feel unsafe. So how do we pick up the pieces? How do we move forward? How do we crawl out of that cave, take that step forward to getting what we ultimately want? How do we continue to move forward? How do you come back for a third season of your podcast, right? Like I said, this was personal to me. It's near and dear to my heart. If it's not coming back for a podcast, whatever it is, it's that pet project, that passion project, the new job, the promotion, the relationship, the children, whatever that may be, how do you come back to what your life's work really is? The answer to that is that you simply have to remember what makes you special. Yes, my assertion is that you're all special, right? In your own certain ways. You just have to think about what makes you special. As a coach, I sometimes find myself talking about essence or being. That's just jargon, right? People simply need to be able to get to their happy place. We need to have the opportunity to breathe, to regroup. That's what I want to share with you today. How do you return to that happy place? I'm going to get into this topic right after this little break. You funny cat. You real funny. Yeah, I saw that, right? I didn't even pause this video. The cat just jumped all up in the video, but that's okay because I paused the audio. I didn't miss a beat. That's how we do it here at Thriving in the Transition. All right, we're coming back from the break now. Once I scroll the page. Folks, it's January 2022. We've survived 2021. We're surviving a pandemic, and I say that in present tense, surviving. It's not over yet. We've got a long way to go. We're surviving some of the most partisan, divisive political times in history. We're surviving some of the most blatantly violent times in history. How can we possibly thrive during all of this, during these unquestionable times of transition? There are distractions everywhere. How can we possibly stay on mission and change the world, or at least change our world, those things that matter most to us? How do we achieve whatever it is that we want to achieve? The only way that you can do this is a return to yourself, a return to essence or being. Again, I want to get away from the jargon, but I'm talking about a return to that happy place, that place where you feel safe, that place where you feel empowered, that place where you are that person that you know you can be and that you want to be. That's a place of no judgment. There isn't any fear in that place. That place where the voices in your head are silent. You heard me. The voices in your head are silent. That's what I'm talking about. And this place, it sounds mythical. It sounds like I made it up. It sounds like there's unicorns and rainbows. But it's not. It's not mythical. It's real. And there are 3 ways that I guarantee that you can get back to that place. And for some of you, you may get there for the first time. And so those 3 ways to return back to your happy place, to get back to essence, to get back to being, to get back to safety and comfort and empowerment. Number 1, service to and for others. Anything that you do that's not for yourself gets you back to that happy place. Gets you back to that place where you're fulfilled and contented, where you know you're making a contribution. Because guess what? You're not judging yourself, because whatever it is you're doing, it's for someone else. Number 2, acknowledgement of others. When you give compliments, when you smile, when you give that head nod, when you appreciate and show appreciation and verbalize appreciation for others from a sincere place, you are back in that happy place. There's no pretense. There is no ego. There is only that happy place. There is only you being authentically you. Number 3, and there are only 3, so we're already a third of the way through. Remember, I said this whole concise thing, right? Create something. Anything. Whatever you can create. Whether it's a meal, it's a music, it's art, it's origami. Create something. Because guess what? Creation is for you. Creation is putting something new into the world. And ultimately, that's what transitions are all about. You're leaving one state, going to the next state. Ideally, that higher state, that next level. You are bringing something new into the world. Create something on a smaller level, no matter how small that it is. Those 3 things, they're honest. They're pure. They're true. They're sincere. There's no agenda. Simply put, you feel good. And when you feel good, when you feel safe, you can do amazing things. That's the power here. That's why these 3 things are guaranteed to get you back to your happy place. Now, I've given you a couple examples. I want to run through another list of things that you can do right now. When you turn off this podcast, when you get out of the car, when you get out of bed, when you get out of the shower, when you step out the door. Here are some of those things that you can do to get you back to essence, to being, to that happy place, to that place where you are your most powerful. Volunteer. I don't care for what cause, for what topic, for what organization. Give of your time, give of yourself. Feed the homeless. Hand out socks. Hand out gloves and hats and mittens. It's winter here in Chicago. Volunteer at your local organization of faith, right? You see what I did there? Organization of faith. Church. Go to church. Volunteer for church. That's what I'm saying there, right? Give back to the community. Boy Scouts, Cub Scouts, Girl Scouts, Sunshine Girls, Buttercup Boys, whatever it is. Volunteer. Make a drawing. Maybe you can't draw it. Doodle. Whatever that is. Turn doodling into a business, right? Make a sticker of it. Hand it out. Whitney, right now I'm thinking of you, my friend. Make that drawing. Cook. Create some food. Create some nourishment. Create some warmth. End some hunger. Make a sandwich. It doesn't have to be complicated. Donate unneeded or unwanted things. We've all got piles of stuff at home that's junk to us. But guess what? They could change someone's life. Say hi and smile, right? Randomly. On public transportation, in the car, on the escalator, on the stairs, in the elevator, wherever the case. There's not enough people genuinely saying hi and smiling. Even if it's a head nod, you don't even have to verbalize it, right? You will change the course of someone's day, including your own. Respond to someone you normally wouldn't respond to. We all get calls, emails, texts, phone calls that we don't respond to. Oh, that's just Phil. He's not worth my time. Oh, that's just Sue. She wants this thing again. She gets on my nerves. respond to that person. Buy someone a meal. If you're in the drive-thru, pay for someone's Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks or wherever you're in line purchasing stuff. We've all seen the TikTok and YouTube videos where that happens and people are, oh my God, I can't believe it. It just made my day, and they cry. That's real. That's coming from essence. That's coming from being. That's coming from a happy place. Do something that you're not expected to do. It's not your turn to empty the dishwasher. Do it. It's not your turn to take out the garbage. Do it. You notice your little brother left his jacket on the stairs. Hang it up for him. It's that simple. Say something you're not expected to say. Right? Give that unsolicited comment. Give that unsolicited feedback. Really mean it when you tell somebody that their baby is cute and adorable. Not just because you're supposed to say it. Play that neglected instrument. I used to play trumpet, and Celine, brass, much better than strings, band, rocks, orchestra, not so much. But pick up that instrument if you've got it. The accordion, the kazoo, the recorder, whatever it is. Create something, make some music, entertain yourself. Go on your favorite streaming network and make a playlist. That's still creation. It counts, even if it's not your original work. The way you put it together and the thought pattern, the flow that you use, that's creation. Donate money. It doesn't have to be a lot. And if you don't have the money, donate, volunteer your time. These are all things that you can do to get back to that happy place. And again, the three big categories: service, do something for someone else; acknowledgement, and create something, anything. With those three things, you can come back to yourself, to your world where you're the most powerful, and move forward. Man, I don't know about you, but I'm rocking this one, right? I'm excited. I'm fired up. Whoo! This is the season, folks. Mark my words. This is the season. I've got this recording paused. Audio people are going to get a different experience. This is about us right now. Right here. Dion, is this, am I showing my face enough? So there we go. All right, let's wrap this thing up. We're almost there, people. Man, when I look at y'all and the mouse moves, I gotta go. I'm coming back. Just a minute. Folks, when the world's got you beat down, when the world's got you beat up, when you're doubting yourself and you're doubting your place in the world, there are three things that I know that will return you to being or essence or that happy place, that place when you're most powerful, when you're at your highest and greatest. Service. Service to others, of course, right? Not service to yourself. Acknowledgement of others for whatever it is they do, that sincere, that genuine appreciation. And then creation, the act of creating will bring you back. Pure, honest, decent. That's what I think, obviously. What do you think? How do you return to your highest and best self? How do you return to safety? How do you return to your place of power? Please share your thoughts and responses wherever it is that you will listen to this podcast. I'm going to scour the comments. I'm going to search hashtags. I'm going to do all of that stuff to find these and share them with everyone else. If you feel uncomfortable doing that, send me an email directly. will.campbell@logicconsulting.com. Remember, Logic is with a Q, LOGIQ, consulting.com. We want to hear from you. With that brings us to the end of Thriving in the Transition, Season 3, 1, 2, 3, Episode 1. Thanks for joining us in our breakthrough season. Yes, right now, I'm claiming it. I'm calling my shot. This is it. This is our breakthrough season. This is where total world domination begins in earnest. If you're getting something from this podcast, give us that elusive 5-star rating wherever you listen to podcasts. Subscribe. Add us to that list of other great podcasts that you listen to. Follow me on Twitter and Facebook at Logic Consulting. Again, LOGIQ Consulting. Also, follow me on Instagram at Logic Coach, LOGIQ_coach. You know what? Follow me on Spotify at GQ Down. not just the podcast, but follow me for the music. One of the things that will not change, as we have guests on the show, we will still ask them that question about their favorite song. So there's still a Thriving in the Transition playlist that you can follow and that you should follow and that you should subscribe to, right? Reach out on LinkedIn at DJ Will Rock. And don't forget that YouTube channel, right? Some of this raw footage, I've been pausing the audio, but I've been keeping the video rolling. Talk about entertainment value. I'm laughing internally just thinking about that right now. That YouTube channel, check that out, Thriving in the Transition. And of course, the website, www.thrivinginthetransition.com, all one word. You can get all of our episodes right from the website. Go there. While you're there, take a look to see how else we can connect. Maybe you need a coach or a business consultant or a keynote speaker. Let's change the world together. In fact, that's the only way we're going to change the world is together. Lastly, if you're interested in supporting this podcast and helping it grow, send me an email, a tweet, an IM, direct message, whatever. Go to the Patreon site, www.patreon.com/TITT for Thriving in the Transition. Become a patron. Just click that clearly labeled Become a Patron button. Most importantly, here's the kicker. Don't keep this a secret. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your coworkers, and tell your children. In fact, let's get specific, right? Do something in service of this podcast. Tell 3 people that don't live with you about the podcast. Send them a link, write them an email, send a text. Can you do that for us? I knew you could. Until the next episode, Season 3, Episode 2 coming up, folks. Have a great day. Cheers.